All right. So thanks again for any other likes, any of the any of the shares, any of the subscriptions, and all the love, just all the love completely. I'm gonna just try to just keep kicking these out. This shit is the gift that keeps on giving. I can't even understand why she keeps talking. At a certain point, this is just not, they're not helping themselves. So Jada comes out and says that she doesn't need that kind of protection. She doesn't like that he did what he did, which is what I suspected. I suspected that he didn't look at her and decide that he was going to do it. How I suspected it was that, looking at the footage, that he just decided he was going to do it as a moment, like a moment of impulse, and he did it because he thought that it would come off as protecting his wife. I don't think that she necessarily knew or even felt offended by the joke. I don't think she felt offended by the joke. It doesn't look like she was offended. The eye roll thing, I thought that was just a typical black woman, facial expression. I mean, I've said things, obviously, I talk like this, so I've had women roll their eyes, but it's more endearing than it is, one of those things where you've offended me. A black woman rolling their eyes at you is like, it's not, it's rolling that eye. I mean, they'll just curse you out if it's that deep. The eye roll didn't really give me the impression that she was even offended. So now that we know she wasn't really offended, now that we know that she didn't need that kind of protection, now that we know that she doesn't really need that kind of protection, and that she actually didn't seek that kind of protection. Now what? Now, two things. All hashtags of protect black women need to be rescinded. I'm sorry. Those hashtags need to be rescinded. No hashtags formed against black men shall prosper. Because I knew that this shit was goofy to her. I knew it was goofy to her. Because I don't think, again, looking at it, it just looked like she wasn't necessarily into what he was doing. And, the laugh was really, she thought it was a skit like we thought it was a skit. I don't think she knew that he was going to do that. I don't think she even knew that it wasn't a skit. She found out when we found out. Yeah. So, I know we're not going to get an apology, but, whatever. Just another L. It was just another L. Shit, this year was what? So we had, the girls sucking the thing at this paint and sip. We've had we've had the girls doing the guzzle competition. We have this Jada and Will thing. I think we got to get an apology of some sort, but we're not. So let's just move on from this thing and just understand that we're not. Will, let's go to Will. Will. Ooh, I just think he got to get out of there. I mean, I think that everybody thinks that he should get out of there, which will make him not get out of there. I think that what's going to happen, though, is, and this is just my prediction, that she's going to file. She's going to be the one that files. And because he's not going to leave. Because too many people are telling him that he should leave. And if he does it, he's probably going to feel like everybody's telling him that he should leave, thus he left. And he doesn't want to feel like that. He doesn't want to leave her like that. Plus, I feel like he's entirely too invested. He's trying, and all this effort would go to waste, and he'll feel like, man, I wasted 10 or 15 years trying to impress this woman, however long he's been feeling inadequate. He's gonna feel like he wasted all that time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just speculating. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm not projecting too much. Maybe I am. Who knows? But yeah, he should leave. Get out of there, just, so that he doesn't do nothing crazy, because, I mean, that assault on a 60-year-old, a 57-year-old man is really not, I mean, that could have went bad, what I'm saying? That could have went bad. Anything could have happened. You really don't want to see that kind of thing ever happen. And he got to get out of there before he does something, before he hurts himself, before he hurts somebody. I mean, Will's not a small guy. It's nobody really big in his house like that. So, I would hope that nobody, I would hope that they're trying to figure that part out. Because really, if that's love will make you do crazy things, dude, you got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Will has taken a lot of L's just the last 3 years. And, I did put the tag, the thumbnail like it is. And hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully that thumbnail doesn't happen. But, it is what it is. August Alsina came out with a song. This is insult to injury. They are kicking Will in the nuts at this point. I mean, this is bad. This is just bad. August Alsina's out with a song. Jada's saying she didn't want the protection that, apparently black women need protection on that level. And now August Alsina's out with a song. It's just, it's getting worse and worse and worse. And again, I hope that the thumbnail is not what this ends up being. But again, I'm just saying before it does that, before it goes too far, we should stop. We should really, really stop. Now, just had to get that out. Really what I'm here for is the idea that black women, are so unprotected. I'm of the mindset that black women are the most protected. I'm of the mindset that black women are the most protected. You don't see white men jumping up smacking people. You just don't. You know what I mean? You don't see white guys going on send-off missions in honor of their lady. You don't see white men, Mexican men, any other race of men, like literally putting their life in danger to protect their women. You don't see them doing that. Typically, what you see is them being preventative, which is actual protection, protection, precautious, proactive, pro, which means before or for, pro, precautious, preventative, proactive, protection. I.e., they take their family out of bad neighborhoods. They avoid dangerous situations. They build a secure space financially and so on. They do things that are more preventative for their women as opposed to being locked into physical violence as a reaction to not being proactive, but being reactive to a situation like somebody telling a joke. Furthermore, if you joked on a white man or a Mexican man's wife in the crowd, as seen in that very same day, he'll laugh, look at her, and laugh. Now, I think Penelope Cruz is another race. And probably the dude is another race. But again, not black. And they will likely protect her in a way of being preventative, not in a way of being reactive, in a way of being proactive. Baby, we sitting in the front row. They might crack some jokes. Bring your thick skin. You gonna be straight? We gonna be in the front row. Preventative, precautious, proactive. That's what protection is. I would argue that no other race of women expects and gets send-off mission, physical violence type protection more than black women. Black women get the most I'm going to hurt somebody protection of any other race of women. I would argue that black women are the most protected. Now, consequently, black women do not understand what it costs to be protected. So it's three things. One, you got to listen. Two, you got to cooperate. And three, you got to not get me in the shit. And to not get me in the shit is a very important thing, because that's how you protect me. Just don't get me in the shit. So, one, you got to listen. If I'm saying something to you, please hear me. Two, do the shit. And then three, just try not to get me in shit. So listen to the shit, do the shit, and don't get me in the shit. These are very easy rules. That's your payment for protection. Protection. Now, if you want me to be reactive, then you'll do whatever you want to do. And as a man, you get to decide whether you're going to protect her by being reactive. But I would suggest that you never be with a woman who is easily offended and wants you to be reactive, because that's on you now. Now your life is in danger. I would argue that black women are the most protected race of women. They not only have a mechanism that allows them to separate themselves from their man and still get subsidies, still get assistance, still get all the amenities that they need in order to survive separate from their men, but then they brag about it, i.e. strong, independent black woman don't need no man. This is the most protection, because not only do they get it for us in a form of send-off missions, i.e. he did something to me and handle him. You run off and then you die. Or you do what Will did, kamikaze mission. But they also get protection from the greater community, which is that even when they're wrong, they're right. They can sick that man on you. Trust. Anybody under the sound of my voice ever been lied on? I know I have. They never talk about the times where black men are being lied on, especially not when they're doing the lying. You ask a black woman, do black men get a raw deal in the judicial system? They tell you, yeah. But as soon as you ask them about them being at the hands of them, then they don't know nothing. Again, I say that the system is like a bat. It has to be enacted. Bats don't hit people in the head. People with bats in their hand hit people in the head. They'll enact that system on that ass. Black women are the most protected. Now, it's because black women don't understand what protection costs that they forfeit it a lot of times. Black women don't understand what protection means. If you just want to do what you want to do what you want to do, but you can't do what you want to do and be protected. You can't just do what you want to do and be protected. That's not the way protection works. See, the way protection works is that you have to listen, you have to cooperate, and you have to not get me in the shit. That's the payment. If you don't like it, then that's fine. You don't have to like it. If you don't agree to it, that's fine. You just don't get protection. If you think you're strong and independent, don't need no man. Again, I asked the question, where did you think you was getting protection from again? The sky? Or you want a universal protection? You don't get universal protection. Protection is really, this is what protection is. Protection is you get married, you get your father, you get your husband, and then all his guys, his cousins, his brothers, his fathers, uncles, things of that nature. And if another woman in that family is married, then you get those in-laws as well. And you get the other in-laws and this person and this, that's how you get protection. But more of y'all are not married than any other race of women. And considering how unmarried you are, you still have more protection than anybody. You have your men doing send-off missions, plus the greater community giving you all the subsidies and amenities and assistance. Black women are the most protected because people are advocating you be protected for words. The filthiest shit gets said by every other race of woman. Nobody says anything. And I don't think that women should be assaulted. I don't think that women should be berated. I don't think any of that. I don't think treat women poorly. Never. Don't treat women poorly. Don't treat anybody poorly, but don't treat women poorly. But a woman should be able to take a joke. And it seems like Jada was able to take a joke. It's just she doesn't like Will like that. She just doesn't like him. I'm convinced she doesn't like him. She can't like him. How? At this point, how? How can she possibly like this guy? And it's gonna come a time where he just, hopefully it doesn't happen that way, man. And I'm joking, but sheesh. If it was ever bad, it got worse. This is bad. It's pretty bad. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Keep up with the likes, keep up with the all of the love and the appreciation from me will continue, and I'll continue to give you content and beauty bars. Just man, Brother Will. No. Oh well. Till next time. Peace.